Hey guys, it's me Samantha, and I kind of just wanted to hang out and do a little get ready with me and play with some products that I've been dying to play with, and just also put on some makeup because it's relaxing. So yeah, if you are new to my channel, my name is Sam and I do videos on makeup and beauty, and if you're interested in that kind of stuff, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you can come back and see more videos like this. But let's get started. So the thing that I was most excited to play with really is this Makeup Revolution Smoke and Mirror palette. I have the Night and Day palette, which I've used a ton. I really love this eyeshadow palette. It's a dupe for one of the Pat McGrath palettes, but I really like this, and it kind of helped me fight the urge of purchasing. I really enjoy this formula, and I just thought, why not try this one? There's a couple other palettes in this Revolution Pro line that are like this with the bake formula, but this one really spoke to me the most. And I'm just gonna carefully pull out the little film, because I am keeping this. Unfortunately, the names are not on the palette and they're not on the back either, so that's the only thing I don't like about this. And I no longer have the film from the Night and Day one, which makes me a little sad. But yeah, I wanted to do a blue eyeshadow look using this palette, and so that's what we're gonna do. I'm also kind of playing with a few other things. This right here is the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. A lot of people rant and rave about this, and so I thought I would try it. I did try to do like a shade match on foundation, and it gave me the shade Caramel. It looks quite deep in this bottle, but we'll see how it looks on the skin. And I've been on and off playing with these e.l.f. Camo concealers, the hydrating ones. I really wasn't a fan of the matte formula, and this one is, it's been here or there, like very spotty. There's been times I've used it and I'm like, oh, it's pretty good, and then I use the next day and it's like, is it really? And I haven't had these particular ones very long, because I did actually purchase them when they first came out, and then I didn't like it and I immediately decluttered them. And so I've purchased these within probably the last 3 months, but I don't know if you can tell, it's like separating. You can kind of see where there's like light, and I can't quite get it to like mix. I don't know if I shake it up or whatever, and it just looks weird to me. I don't know if anybody else has experienced that, but I know it's not bad because I just got it. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep using it. It's not giving me any crazy reaction or anything like that, but I just wanted to kind of mention that. I do have my coffee here with me. I'm just hanging out. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to use my, probably very boring to you guys now, Touch in Soul Pretty Filter Glassy primer. And my skin has been, you know, my skin is very oily, but it's been very dry at the same time. And that is, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but it's a fact. When your skin is dehydrated, it will produce excess oils to kind of compensate. So that is a real thing, and I've been suffering from that lately. So I'm gonna just put it everywhere, and I'm gonna pin my hair back. Otherwise it's gonna go right in my face. All right. But I do want to say I'm obsessing over this sponge. I I've tried a lot of other store brand, or like not store brand, but like drugstore sponges, but this one is really made a great impression on me. So we're gonna go in with the foundation again. Oh, you know what? No, we're not. I'm gonna actually, I've been loving this Rare Beauty Illuminating Liquid Luminizer underneath makeup. I think this particular color Flaunt is so pretty on me, on my skin tone, and I've been just loving it. I would like to try other shades, and I've been playing with the line quite a bit lately to kind of see like how I truly feel, because you know, on a first initial use you have like opinions. Sometimes they're strong opinions and you're just like, let's get rid of this right away, and then sometimes you're like, no, after the 5th time you're like, this is pretty good. So this is one of the things that I liked at first and now I love it. So it gives a really nice natural glow, but it's strong enough to really poke through a foundation for sure. Alright, so now we're going to go in with the foundation. As always, I pump it on the back of my hand, and that is a thick one. She is thick, and it's so dark. What do you guys think? It smells okay. It's one thing it kind of stands out. Like, it definitely has a smell to it. It doesn't smell bad, but there's a fragrance for sure. And I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk flat top foundation brush. I have some high-end foundations, but I really love a good drugstore foundation. So I hope this is good. So I like the coverage. It's really nice. Actually, the match is really impressive. Shout out to foundation. Yeah, that looks really good. Alright, so next is going to be, actually I still have some on my hand. I'm just going to use what's left just to not be wasteful, and put it right here. Okay. I like that finish. It's really surprising me. So I have 2 shades. I have Tan Neutral and Tan Latte, and I'm gonna go in, let me just open them and like kind of see. I'll swatch them. So that one is Tan Latte. And this is Tan Neutral, which is lighter. Tan Latte and Tan Neutral. So I'm going to go in with a Latte, and then if I need more brightening, I'll go in with Tan Neutral. They do have a e.l.f. Flawless Concealer that's with the same line of the foundation, but this is the concealer that everybody is raving about, and so I want this one to be the one that works, but I'm not really sure. I mean, with the texture and everything of the foundation, I'm curious now what the Flawless Concealer would do. Maybe I would like that better, because I wasn't a fan of the camo, the original camo, and I'm not quite sure I'm a fan of this. I feel like that looks really nice. I'm going to put a little of the neutral just to brighten a tad, but I don't really feel like I need it. It's just for fun. I don't really prime my eyes with concealer, but we'll do it a little bit today. I'm going to use my Flower Beauty powder, and this is the shade Tawny. So that is that. I'm really happy with how that looks. Let's see. Next would be bronzer, and I'm taking out my Hourglass Unlocked palette because the new Unlocked Mini has come out with the exact same shades, and I just feel like it's revived my interest. I love this palette and I got a ton of use out of it, but I haven't used it recently because it's summertime. I didn't think this bronzer would actually show up on me, but I used it the other day and it does, so I'm really excited about that. You know, I get so tan in the summertime that I just assumed this would not work, but it's working. So my puppy is walking around, so if you hear little steps, that's what you're hearing. Alright, and then I'm gonna go in with the blush that's in here naturally. I'm gonna go in, there's two blushes in this palette, and there's what is it called? Mood Flush and then Nude Glow. But we're gonna go in a Mood Flush because I think that's gonna go best with the blue eyeshadow look that we're gonna do. I don't know, I haven't been seeing a lot of blue eyeshadow looks lately online, but I've been like craving blue eyeshadow looks. And I recently did one with the She Glam palette, and I went to the grocery store and the girl was like, I love your eyeshadow. She was like some college girl working the cashier. She's like, I can never wear blue eyeshadow. And I'm thinking, everybody can wear blue eyeshadow. I was like too embarrassed to make, you know, a long conversation with the cashier, but yeah, it really like ignited something in me to be like, you know what, I'm gonna do more blue eyeshadow. So that's where the inspiration came from, and I've been dying to use this palette anyway, so we're just gonna stay right there. I'm not gonna add any eye primer because we put some concealer. I'm gonna try that out. It usually doesn't work out great for me, but I'm not planning to have this on for like a 10-hour work day or something like that, so we'll be okay, I think. So we're gonna go into the eyeshadow palette now, and I'm trying to like match the names to the shades so I can kind of tell you what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go into the shade Maze, which is this blue here in the corner. It's kind of like a dusty denim. And I'm going to go right here. I'm going to zoom you in. Alright, hopefully that's close enough. So we're going to go right here in the outer part of the eye, and we're going to bring that across the brow bone. With a giant fluffy brush. I'm part of a few like beauty groups on Facebook, and somebody posted a couple brushes and we were like, you know, this brush and this brush both say that they're blending brushes. What are the differences? And I was like, that's such an interesting thing, because a lot of us who love playing in makeup, we just figure it out from playing with it. But like, it's hard in the beginning to figure it out. Sometimes you just don't know and it takes a really long time. And it's really cool to me that there's like all these Facebook groups and like people are learning from each other, getting inspired by each other. And I just thought that was super interesting. So this is my favorite M506 from Morphe, and I'm gonna go into this dark shade here. It's technically the bottom of the palette. I'm holding it upside down, and that shade is called Stunner. So we're gonna take that and go right here on the bottom part of the lid and kind of drag it diagonally to kind of get that effect so it's not fully round. And so it's blended into the lid. And we're kind of making a V, because I'm going to take it up and then into this space here, but I'm going to like make sure you're feeling the socket of your eyelid, because when your eyes open it might look totally different. It's a little messy because I was talking, so I'm going to go back with this brush and kind of blend it out. I don't want it to be too blinding and crazy, so I'm just going to clean this brush off and then go over it kind of clean. I think that looks pretty good. And then next we're going to go into this bluish silver shade there, and that's called Illusion. And I'm going to go in with my finger and pretty much cover the entire lid, and then a little bit over that dark shade, and then we're just going to bring it back a little. Have a little more fun with it. And I'm going to take the shade Haze here in the corner. It looks kind of white, but you can see it compared to a true white. It has a hint of blue in it, and just put that over the center to kind of brighten that up. M321, and take that bright white, just called Reflection, and put that in the inner corner and bring it up. Just blend that into the lid shade a little. I'm going to take that fluffy blending brush and just kind of, I know I just cleaned the brush off in the swish pan, so if you don't have yours, if yours isn't cleaned off by the swish pan, I would suggest using a clean one. And there is that. We're gonna take my flat Alamar brush and we're gonna take Reflection, bring that in like the first third. I'm gonna turn towards you guys, and then I'm gonna go in with Haze, which is the blue with that look kind of white. Put that in the middle. Then I'm going to go into the darkest shade that I was using, which is Stunner, and stamp that. And then I'm going to take the M506 and clean that off and go into the first shade, which was Maze, and blend that. Alright, so I'm going to do the other eye and then we'll come right back. Okay, so both of my eyes have shadow on them, and I think it looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. Alright, we're going to put this down, and I need some brows. So we're going to use my NYX Precision Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown. And I like this brow pencil because it's so thick and my eyebrows are thick, and I can just kind of go through really quick, and I kind of just hold it on the edge of the point. Alright, we're going to do the other one. Someone asked me the other day who or where I get my eyebrows done, and every time someone asks me that, I'm like shook, because I do my own eyebrows and I don't think I do a really good job at it. So I'm really surprised whenever somebody's like, oh, your brows are really nice, like who does them? Like, you really want to know? You might get scared. It's me. I've had the worst experiences with getting my eyebrows done. One time I went to get them threaded, and because I have this scar here, the brow artist wanted to push my, like she basically plucked all the hairs till the end of my brow, like there. So my brows started way in here, and then to make this one match, she took all, it was like insanity. I literally left that place crying. I was so upset. I'm like, brows don't need to look identical, you know, like just accept some of the flaws that you have and then work around them. And I was just super upset because she was just like, she obviously didn't take the shape of my face or my eyes or any of that into consideration. She was just trying to make them match, and they're never gonna match because this one's missing a chunk of hair here and this one is crazy thin on this side. So like they don't match, they're never gonna match. So that was the biggest mistake. And there's just been way too many times where I've gotten them waxed, they've done them way too thin. So yeah, I'm like surprised whenever anybody's like, oh, who does your brows? Because I don't think they look phenomenal. And I honestly think the less you manipulate them, the better. When I was younger, back in the 90s and like the early 2000s, everybody had those super thin Drew Barrymore brows. Even I did. And that was like the style. And I regret it because I think that that's partially what is responsible for why this doesn't grow in all the way. Because I had really full, crazy brows when I was a kid. I swear this mascara gets so much better as it gets older. This is the Superhero from It Cosmetics. It never smudges on me because my eyelids are, my skin in general are just so oily, and I have that problem with my mascaras like rubbing on my under eye and making my dark circles like insane. And I don't have that problem with this mascara. And I feel like it just looks so good. Has like the perfect clumping on it. But anyway, yeah, that's how they look. See how pretty that mascara is? So I'm going to put on something on my lips. Oh my goodness. So I'm sure you guys have already seen this 5,000 times, but I just want to show you 500,001 times how good this Juvia's Place lip gloss is. And I just saved the box even though I've used this. This is the shade Caramel Rose because literally even the inside has their beautiful packaging printing, and I just think it's so cute. I haven't quite had the heart to like get rid of it. But this gloss is so good. I want them to come out with more of these like milky shades, and not just the glitter ones, because this is like beautiful and it smells like chocolate. It's so opaque, so juicy. It smells like vanilla. And I absolutely love it. Okay, I think that's the whole look. I'm going to take out this clip. Alright guys, so this is the final look playing with that Smoke and Mirrors palette, and I love it. It looks like so much fun. Again, this gloss is thebomb.com. The foundation, oh my goodness, like, let me just get my mirror. It looks so good. The concealer looks pretty good too. Maybe it just pairs well with this foundation. And the powder, I mean, I do have a little bit of creasing under my eyes, but it's the normal creasing. I think I have a eyelash. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's like the normal kind of creasing that I have. Overall, I'm pretty happy with everything, and I just enjoyed hanging out with you guys and doing my makeup and drinking coffee. And if you like this video and just hanging out with me and you want to see more videos like this, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can come back and see more videos with me. And yeah, till next time, have a good night. Bye.